Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG with a 155mm howitzer mounted on it. And it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of ProvoBob. Now, ProvoBob's got one mark on excellence on the barrel. You can see that there. And the What Arty Noobs logo, but I think you can just see underneath that logo there's a kangaroo, and that's because ProvoBob is in Australia. Now, obviously we've got quite a few members of What Arty Noobs in Australia and also in New Zealand as well, and we do enjoy hearing from them about their exploits on the SEA server, because it's a little different to the NA and the EU server. Well, ProvoBob's found his bush and he's now looking for targets. KB3 down at the other end of the battlefield. Oh, no, I think he's actually at the maximum range or extent of his field of fire. Round out on the KB3. Direct hit! 107 hit points of damage. Now, it's one of the great things about the M44 is its wide field of fire, and that's because the gun is mounted on a bracket in the center of the vehicle, which means it can fire over a wide arc without the vehicle having to move. It's when you get the vehicle movement, that's when you get bloom of reticule. Rounds out on the Type 58, and he kills it with one shot. He only picked up 233 hit points of damage, but I seem to recall it was over 500 he actually did to the vehicle. Now he's styling in on AMX AC46, rounds out, looks good, splashes in for 96. Now, one of the best things about the M44 is its reload time. It's about 16 seconds if you use premium consumables, a rammer and a good crew, but you can bring it down to even 15 seconds if you use an improved rammer. Now, that's the first bad shot of the game, and RNG made the shell go long. He's now looking at that area where the 40 TP is seen and is being joined by a LTG. Rounds out. Oh, hit the 40 TP. I thought the shell was going to hit the LTG behind him, but no, it hit the 40 TP instead. The other good thing about the M44 is because you've got such a fast reload, you can really work the gun to try and hit as many targets as you can in such a short period of time as possible, because you can see plenty of targets and you can normally provide a lot of support for your teammates, because if you can stun the targets or disable them, then they can get the kill. Well, we seem to be doing quite well up on top of the hill at the moment, so we're not paying any attention to the battle that's going on up there, but we're certainly laying down a lot of fire. Oh, a tree went down. That gives an indication somebody's behind it. And that shell landed just behind the building. I would suggest there's probably a tank sitting behind that fallen tree. He's gone back to where the 40 TP was last seen. Round out. Nope, just hit the ground. And there's the LTG again. He's obviously trying to shoot through that window, or rather the enlarged hole in the wall. Rounds out. This should go near him, and it hits the wall. RNG said no, and the shell fell short. Okay, he's now looking up on top of the hill, and what we've got is a KV2 with low hit points and a KV3. Well, he can probably splash kill the KV2. I think that's what he's going to go for first. Rounds out. This looks good. And it does. Splash kills him. So, next target, KB3. You've just got to work out where it's headed, how it's going to move next, and then anticipate that, put the shell where he thinks it's going. Well, he thought it was going to fall back, and I did as well, but the KB3 driver decided to move forward at that moment, so that shell did nothing. But that's half the job for Arty. It's a difficult job because you've got to anticipate what's in the mind of the enemy tanker. Well, that one splashed in from behind. Lining him up. Work out where he's going. And he stopped again. So obviously, he's doing that on a regular basis. He's trying to fool somebody into thinking what he's going to be doing next. But that time he was tracked, so it was an easy hit. 151, and he's now gone. So that now opens the gateway for the rest of the team to move south, but there are two tanks guarding or blocking their way. One's a T-20, the other one's a VK3601H. Now this is a tier 7 game, and the 3601H, if I remember correctly, is a tier 6 heavy. Okay, there's 3601H. He's come out into the open, which is a bad mistake. Rounds out. This should hit him. Oh, it went long. Oh my god, that was an ammo rack and a half. It blew the turret off, but it stayed almost in place on top. Afterwards, it sort of like fell back onto the hull. I think he's trying to get the T-20 now. I think that was a bad decision for him to come out. In fact, some of the other members of the team are saying, "Only let the Arty work." And in fact, actually, I think that's a very smart move. You let your Arty do the hard lifting. We'll strip them of the hit points. Then you can then take the kills afterwards. I know many an Arty player who are quite happy to pick up a Confederate or a high caliber and let their teammates take the top guns or the Radleys or you name it. We don't mind. We just want to win. Okay, LTG trying to make a dash across the top of the hill. Just underneath the top of the hill, I should say. That plateau area at the top. And he's been tracked. Rounds out. This should be near. Splashes him. He's badly damaged. He's stunned. Our LTG is going to town on him, but oh, he's putting good shots in. But now we've got 3 tanks at the top of the hill, T-20, an Oni, and an AMX AC-46. I go for the AC-46. He's got low hit points, but ProvoBob aimed at the Oni instead. I think that AC-46 is on his last legs, because he's only got, what was it, a few hit points? And I'm pretty sure he's in those trees. And there, another tree just went down short distance away. Okay, there's the AC-46. He obviously darted down the hill as quickly as he could. He's only got 50 hit points left. And that shell, another one, went wild and long. So we haven't picked up any damage off that one. Going for the AC again. Round out. This looks good. It is! 50 hit points and it's a kill. Now he's trying to work out where the enemy is. If our LTG and SU-100 move further down the hill, we might actually be able to get sight of where the enemy have actually located themselves behind this hill, this rock. It's at the wrong angle for Arty to actually hit it. Normally from the firing positions that Arty occupies in B1 and C1 or in A2 or A3, it can be very difficult to angle a shell to hit behind that rock. In fact, it's almost impossible. There's the Oni. Okay, dialing in. Work out where he's going. Rounds out. Oh, he stopped. It landed in front of him, but it stunned him and did 3 hit points of damage. Unfortunately, our fellow Arty was not able to capitalize on that. We've got a S51 on our team. Fired around him where we think the Oni's headed. We've only got 10 rounds of ammo left, but there's only 5 minutes of the game still to run. There's the T-20. Dialed in. Rounds out. Direct hit. 232 hit points. Wasn't a full penetration, I think. Certainly would have hurt him, though. He's pulled back behind that rock. A full penetration, the alpha damage is 550. So it's very unlikely to have been a full penetration, probably a heavy splash or a direct hit that shook him but didn't penetrate him. Right, well, we've got the Oni side on, and we know where he was last seen. Rounds out. Long flight time. Unfortunately, he wasn't there, so he's moved. And the enemy Hummels just killed our KV-2. Just need to see where he is. We've got 7 rounds of ammo left. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. We're probably going to run out of ammo towards the end of this game. We fired at the Oni and splashes him. 48. 6 rounds left. When he's fired a round in, anticipating where he would go, the problem is we've just got nobody up there spotting for us. The IS is hiding behind the windmill, and now we can see him, and now he's actually threatening the IS, but he's at the maximum range of our field of fire, and that shell went well long and didn't do any good for us at all. Now we've only got 4 rounds left, and that Oni is going to kill the IS too if we're not careful. And we fired a round in, and that's going to damage the IS. It has stunned him. It stunned the IS. We're probably going to get fined for that. Now, so long as the IS stays below the gun depression of the Oni, but if we fire right now, we are going to be stunning our own teammate. And we've killed both of them. Oh no, we killed the Oni, but we killed the IS at the same time. Now there's only 4 enemies remaining, and we've only got 2 rounds of ammo left, so no chance we're going to be able to kill all of the enemy. And there's one of them, the M44. Lining him up. Fired a round in. I think that's going to miss. Oh, he got the kill! He splashed him to death. I thought that was going to be a miss, but it actually did hit the target. Okay, last round of ammo. Heavy tank number 6. Stationary. Rounds out. Direct hit, but no more ammo. We've used all the shells, which is something very rare in a battle like this, because normally you'd use only most of the shells, but never use them all. He's saying no ammo left. I think somebody sarcastically said, wow, Arty, you hit something. And it's me. Oh, come on. So the only thing he can do now is cap against the enemy. There's only one enemy left, and that's the Su-152. And there's the 2-minute warning. Now, ideally, the best thing to do would be to stay low in cover. Try and use the ridge lines to your favour. Driving over this way, yes, is a bad move because the Su-152 is over here, and I think ProvoBob's just realised that. Now he's made himself the target. But our S-51 is still firing, and he's stunned the Su-152. I actually believe ProvoBob is trying to spot for his S-51. Stay behind the bush. Oh no, he's going in. Well, the S-51 hit him. Is he trying for a ram kill? He's going to leap over the top at the Su-152. Here he is. He's doing a ram kill. Well, unfortunately, the tank killed was him, not the Su-152, but he was badly damaged, and now his teammate in the Su-100 gives him the coup de grace and wins the game. That was comedy. That was a comedy kill. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for ProvoBob in the M44. He got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 23. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 if you include the well, that's if you don't include the IS-2 as well, because there was 6 kills if you include him. He actually did get 5 of the enemy. And he also picked up a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. Just look at the number of tanks that he hit on that game. Yes. And if we look at the team score, we can see that the highest amount of damage actually goes to the enemy team. The SU-152 did 2,289 hit points of damage. Then came the S-51, he managed to get 2,199, and then came ProvoBob with 2,055. When it came to the number of kills, though, it was shared between the SU-152 and ProvoBob. They both got 4 kills apiece, and then the SU-100 and the M44 on the enemy team got 3 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, it was ProvoBob with 1,199, and the next high score was the LTG with 1,103, and then the S51 with 1,062. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 36 rounds in that game, all 36 rounds in his magazine, 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, and 22 splash. Damage of 2,055 hit points, of which 1,899 were at more than 300 meters. He did kill one of his own and did 188 hit points of damage to him in the process. He damaged 12 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, so there's only 3 enemy tanks he didn't touch during that game. And he also did damage assistance of 606 hit points and stun assistance of 981 off 21 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 51,810 credits, and he had to pay compensation of 2,360 credits to the IS-2 for accidentally killing him. He was going after the Oni, but unfortunately he was just too close to that IS-2 at the time. So his total came to 49,450 after that, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually had 29,310 credits left over to take away. He received 1,799 XP, minus 6 for the damage to his teammate, and took away 1,793 experience points altogether. So it was a satisfactory game apart from the kill on the IS-2 of his own team. I think that IS-2 driver was a bit upset that he was struck, and he said so. Wow, the moment you did hit something, it was one of your own team. I think that was a bit unfair because you did hit more than just him. You actually took out quite a few of the enemy: the Oni, the M44, the Type 58, the AMX-AC, and the KB2. And so, yes, I think it was an unfair characterization from the IS-2, but then he was just unhappy that he wasn't able to continue in the game. But it was a good game all the same, and you did earn a Confederate, which proves that you were hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on your team. And that's saying something when you've actually got 5 kills of the enemy team and 1 kill from your own team. So unfortunate there. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.